giving you emotions for this? I guess relief is fairly high up.
I think we just said it, all of us. The last 10 minutes, or maybe I should say over the last few weeks, we haven't made it easy for ourselves in any game, but we've shown real character, real determination. We've hung on in games that we could easily have lost and probably earlier in the season didn't. So there's no doubt the team's evolved from that point of view. But look, obviously down to 14 men going into that last 10 minutes, that Edinburgh a little bit of momentum. But luckily the two boys sitting beside me here, with the experience they have, international rugby, made good decisions, kept the ball, and really didn't give Edinburgh a chance.
Greg, obviously it's your own club. What was your emotions at the end of that?
Listen, I was obviously delighted to win the game. First season at the club and we've won a good competition, so very, very happy. It was a little bit, I've still got some good mates in Edinburgh, so I'm a humble person, and it was tough to see them at the end as well, but that's why I came down to Gloucester to win things, and delighted to be able to say, I've done that.
Was there anything different about you? I mean, you know them back front. Was there anything unusual about the performance that made it harder tonight, or did you manage as expected?
Well, we got somebody red carded. That certainly wasn't in the plans, Rob. Listen, credit to Edinburgh. Once we went down to the sort of the 13, 14 men, they started opening the ball up and tried to stretch us. But I thought we showed great character to get the turnover in the 22 and then just grab a little bit of field position, and then that secured us a game in the end.
Was there too much media you and Hidalgo playing, or was that just a side show?
I don't know. It's always the way the press, Rob. But you know me. I don't read it, so you can't play against individuals. You play the game, and we've done that tonight, and fortunately we've come out on top.
Greg, for a lot of that game, you seem to get quite a lot of good possession from the forwards. How good was the effort from the pack?
Yeah, it was good. I think it was tough. I think the referee had a tough job as well. Obviously, the scrum penalties were to and fro, and Edinburgh slowed their ball up a fair bit as well, and that's something we spoke about in the week, is just great quick ball, and if we'd done that, we felt as though we had done. We'd done that for a fair bit in the first half, and you've seen when we've done that, we managed to open them up a couple of times, and they just slowed it up a little bit in the second and made it a little bit harder to play, and then we obviously lost Mixie to the red card, which made it tough.
Billy, can you put into words what this means for the city? 4 years since your last trophy. The fans tonight are wild, aren't they?
Yeah, it's massive, and I think it shows at the end of the game there they went pretty nuts, and they're enjoying the win, and they've been through some pretty tough times in the last couple of years watching us at King's Home. I think we've played some horrendous games and played some good games, and it shows the backing they have on us, and huge amount of belief in us and what we do, and we've got a great bunch of boys out there on the field, and a good squad, good group of players, and they work hard for each other, and to have that support come all the way down here and support us in a final, it's massive, and it gets us over the line, and we say it week in, week out, but it's an amazing support we have at Gloucester, and it does help us so much.
Billy, you look quite shocked when Jerome said it was going to be a red card there. What went through your head at the time, and how quickly were you able to put the ship on the right path again?
Yeah, I think firstly disappointed for Mixie. No one wants to be sent off in a final, and you could see how disappointed he was, and it's a difficult decision. And but the boys moved on, and you just got to do what you got to do. We stuck to our guns and stuck to what we do well, and looked after the ball. And we know it's going to be difficult going down to 13 men at that point, and finals are won and lost, and the momentum shifts in games. And I thought we dealt well with that in the last 15 minutes. Like Greg said, we got a crucial turnover and kept field position and looked after the ball well, and got us over the line, and showed how ecstatic everyone was at the end.
David, Johnny got the Man of the Match award. Is that the sort of statement out there that's going to get him back into the England squad for the World Cup, do you think?
He almost scored to try the tournament, I think, just as a small top tackle. Look, everybody knows the ability Johnny has. The try he scored against the All Blacks in November summed him up. We probably, I think, as a team, haven't got on the ball as often as we'd like to throughout the course of the year. But you get on the ball, he's the most dangerous runner in the Premiership.
David, did that give you the momentum going into now what will be an elongated season in terms of the playoffs?
We've talked about momentum all through the course of the season. Teams get it, teams lose it. We've performed well some weeks. We've had a bit of a roller coaster other games. But I think over the course of the last few weeks, we've won some very, very tight games. That comes down to the character, the hard work. It's a huge reward for this group of players. We were thrown together with 25 new players, a completely new coaching team. we probably naively at the start of the year thought it might have been easier than it's proved to be. But again, a huge amount of work rewarded with the victory tonight, and look, we've still a huge amount to play for now across the next 4 games potentially, certainly the next 3. And as we've said in the Premiership, we'll keep fighting for every point to the end. But now this has given us another focus with a secondary route into Europe.